Hey everybody, how you doing out there? Chewy891 coming at you today with the NFL Divisional round picks that I'm going to do in my review of the first round of the playoffs. Let's get into it, man. First round of the playoffs, man. I did pretty well so far in spreads. I went 3-3 straight up. I went 4-2. The big disappointments of the weekend, definitely for sure, is going to be the Seattle Seahawks and the Pittsburgh Steelers. I'm sorry. I mean, granted, I understand that Los Angeles, and this is a divisional game, and I even said it in the video, it's going to be a close game, highly contested game. The only reason why I picked the Seattle with the 4.5 point spread is because, well, I didn't know who was going to play a quarterback. And, you know, I don't think we found out till maybe right before the game or something. I'm not sure when we found out because I went out, I started working and all this stuff. But we didn't know if John Wolford was going to play. We didn't know if Jared Goff was going to play. I mean, Jared Goff, if he was available, he should have played. If he would have played, I definitely would have chosen Los Angeles plus 4.5 in that game. But I'm mostly disappointed in the performances of the Seattle Seahawks. Now, I understand that the Los Angeles Rams have the number one defense and it's a divisional game, and usually divisional games are contested, really close games. Still very disappointed in Russell Wilson. I still think he could have won that game. He beat this team twice. I think he beat this team twice this year. So it's just very disappointing to me. I mean, I understand that Seattle doesn't have the greatest offensive line, but I still think if Russell Wilson is that franchise quarterback, he should have been able to win that game at home, in my opinion, and a close game too. And it was just disappointing, man. I'm very, very disappointed in Russell Wilson. Did not have a great performance. I mean, he has the weapons at wide receiver. I just don't understand it. We've seen since the Legion of Boom and having Marshawn Lynch that Russell Wilson hasn't shown to get it done when it matters. So we'll see what happens with them next year. I don't know. I think they need to rebuild that offensive line and need to give Russell Wilson some more time. And DK Metcalf will probably develop into a better wide receiver. Not that he's bad, but he's learning, right? I mean, he's a gifted athlete. He'll get better next year, and we'll see what happens there. The other big disappointment is the Cleveland. I mean, in a good way. The Cleveland Browns beating the Pittsburgh Steelers. That was shocking, and in the way they did it. In this one, I took Pittsburgh. I think I took Pittsburgh with the points. In that one, I ended up losing that game. I mean, with the coach being out and everything, I didn't think Cleveland would have their head on straight for this game. They did. They came out guns blazing. Baker Mayfield is the real deal. He wins his first playoff game ever. And to me, Big Ben is done as a quarterback. I don't care what anybody says. Big Ben is finished. I think Pittsburgh is time. They need to move on. It's over. Just get a new quarterback. Force him to retire. Do something. I mean, it's just... That team is, I just don't get it, with Big Ben or whatever. I mean, they had a really good, they were just disappointing. And I'm really happy for the Cleveland Browns. I mean, it's been a long time since they won a playoff game. So, good for them, good for the city. Glad to see that. They move on to the second round. And unfortunately, they're going to be meeting the Kansas City Chiefs. And that's a gift for the Chiefs, actually. The Chiefs should win that game pretty easily. I'll get to my picks in a little bit. But that they get the Kansas City Chiefs, and good luck with that. That's what the victory got them. But they moved on to the second round, and that's important. That's really, really good. So now, with all that being said, really a lot of good games. I mean, outside from the ones that were like whatever, I felt like we're going to be blowouts. We're blowouts. The New Orleans Bears game. Clearly, I mean, I didn't think that Chicago had a chance in that game at all. New Orleans came out, they played. I mean, they didn't dominate like, I thought they would, but they still covered the spread, 10.5 or 10 or whatever it was. And they ended up winning that game pretty easily. And no surprises there. The big surprise for me was the Cleveland game for sure, and Los Angeles. Those are the two games I thought Seattle could win that game, and I thought Pittsburgh would win that game pretty easily. And then, another not surprise was the Tampa Bay Buccaneers with Tom Brady cover the spread as well, being the young Washington Redskins. For a minute, I thought Washington was going to come back and win this game with their new quarterback that they have there, but they didn't. And Tampa Bay held on, covered the spread, won the game, and that's all that matters. They get to go to New Orleans next week, and that will be a really good game. This will be another divisional game where this is the third one. Right now, New Orleans beat them twice. They spanked them in Tampa Bay. We'll see what happens. I mean, this is a different Tom Brady. This is a playoff Tom Brady. It's a scary game for New Orleans, let me tell you. I mean, anything could happen in that one. Don't bet against Tom Brady. Again, that's going to probably be the game of the week, easily, for the divisional round. I think that and Buffalo and Baltimore next week. Next week. This week. Sorry about that. This week. Those are two games I keep my eyes on for sure. And, that's my review for the weekend. I did pretty well so far. 3-3 with spreads, 4-2 straight up. I'm doing pretty good, man. I'm 500 with spreads, and I'll take that. Right now, you guys can see the standings. I am in a playoff pick'em with some buddies right now. Currently, I am. Let's take a look. And why won't the standing show up? Hold on a minute, guys. Hold on. This will show up in a minute. Overall. I don't know why that happened. Overall, right now, I'm third place. 2 points behind right now. Of course, this jerk right here. He picked, whatever. He picked Los Angeles plus 4.5. That's basically what got him here. And I picked some other games that, he did well. So I'm not too far behind right now. Right now, it's pretty tight between everybody. The divisional round, there's double the points. So let's see how I do this weekend, and hope to get first place, man. We'll see what happens, but that's where I'm at right now. I'm currently tied for third behind these guys, and we'll see what happens. So now we get to the divisional picks and my thoughts and everything for this week. Let's start off with my favorite team, the Green Bay Packers. I am a Packer fan. This is a scary game for me this week, guys. Scary game. I don't know what the weather. I gotta look up what the weather's gonna be like this week. I don't foresee it being right now. I mean, Milwaukee, it's been pretty tame here. It's been in the 30s. Not as cold as we thought it would be for January. Right now it's raining. I don't know if it's gonna snow over the weekend. I highly doubt it. So right now the Packers are favored 7.5 with that defense coming in. I mean, Aaron Donald played out of his mind against Seattle, and right now the Packers do not have David Bakhtiari, and we got to see what this offensive. I mean, this is probably one of the best, if not the best, offensive line that Aaron Rodgers has ever had in his career. But without Bakhtiari, I mean, Aaron Donald's probably gonna have a field day, man. I mean, this is a scary game. 7.5's a little. I thought this would come down a bit. I thought this would maybe be a 5-point spread here, but right now they got it at 7.5. Man, I think Green Bay wins by a touchdown. If they win this game, it'll probably be by a touchdown. Could be a 3-pointer, but I don't know. The thing is, what's holding me back? I mean, Jared Goff. Granted, I don't think he's the greatest thing. I mean, he's a decent quarterback. He's not bad. He can win football games. He has won playoff games. He has been to a Super Bowl. I mean, if Green Bay they need to play their A game in this one. I love defense. I love number one defenses when they travel on the road. They're going to Lambeau. Let's see what let's go like this. Straight up, I'm picking Green Bay. The spread, I don't know what 7.5. This is going to be tough. But you know what? I have a feeling people are going to start picking Los Angeles at plus 7.5 here. So for me to offset it, I'm going to go Green Bay minus 7.5. Not loving it, but Green Bay can pull this off. They just need They need some things to go their way. I mean, their defense is really good. I mean, right now, Devontae Adams. We got Tanyan and Adams, but I mean, we don't have that much help outside of. We don't have that much help for wide receiver. You know what I mean? Like we got Valdez-Scantling who drops passes. This is gonna be a tough one, man. But I'll take Green Bay minus 7.5. I'll take this. I'm gonna gamble. This is my gamble of the week right here. Not loving it, but it is what it is. So right now, this is, I think, gonna be a tough game. I think everybody and their mom was picking Buffalo. This is a tough one for me. If there's an upset here, this will be it. I like Buffalo. I'm gonna go with everybody. I do want to take Baltimore, but you know what? They're going on a road to Buffalo. Buffalo is a hard place to play. I like Buffalo straight up. I'll take Buffalo minus 2.5 here. I like the spread. 3 points is absolutely correct. 2.5, I'll take it. There's no way this is gonna be a 1-point game. This will be a field goal game here, in my opinion. We'll see what happens. This is going to be a fun game to watch, though, for sure. Cleveland, Kansas City. Kansas City favorite 10.5. I'll because it's Patrick Mahomes, I'll take Kansas City minus 10.5. And this is a tough one this week, guys. This is Tampa Bay, New Orleans. I felt like this spread here will be a little bit bigger. Maybe a 6-pointer here, 5 to 6 points. Because of the blowouts that New Orleans had, and they're playing really well, and they have Alvin Kamara back and everything. This is a game in New Orleans. I'm sorry. I picked Buffalo straight. I picked Kansas City right here. I want to see Aaron Rodgers play Tom Brady in the NFC Championship game, and it can be it's possible in this one. Tom Brady can upset New Orleans in this game. They can. They have the ability. They have the weapons. Will they? No. I like New Orleans in this game straight up. I'll take them with the minus 3.5. I like all the favorites this week. The only one that I'm questioning right now is Green Bay minus 7.5. That's a tough spread, but I feel like this is a game I can gamble on here. I feel like I can get these games here, and I feel like I can take it with this one here. But I like Green Bay minus 7.5 in this one. I do like all the home teams this week. I'm just gonna say if you're gonna see upsets, pay attention to this game, Buffalo, Baltimore, and Tampa Bay, New Orleans. Those are the two games. Upset alert. Telling you right now, would not be shocked if Baltimore won this game by a field goal, stole it somehow. Would not be shocked if Tampa came in and beat New Orleans. I mean, it's not like Drew Brees has looked the greatest either. I mean, yeah, they have Alvin Kamara and everything, and yeah, they spanked Tom Brady twice this year. But I mean, this is the third game. I mean, this is the playoffs. It's a different environment. Tom Brady lives for these moments, believe it or not. I mean, he lives for these. So I don't know. But definitely pay attention to those two. Those are my picks. Those are my picks for the spreads this week. This could change. If it does change, I'll do another video and talk about it. If not, it is what it is. I'm rolling with this. All right, guys. That's it for me. Those are my picks. Definitely let me know what you think. Comment down below on the video. Like the video if you like the video. Dislike the video if you dislike the video. Subscribe to my channel. We'll have more sports videos talking about the weekend with sports. We need to talk some basketball, too, at some point. I mean, Harden going to the Nets is huge. We'll discuss that at some point. And that's it for me, guys. Yeah, see if you can make some money with these picks. If not, hey, if you think I'm wrong, let me know. All right, guys, take care. Have a good one. Be safe.